We all have reasons. But when life stops, the reasons don't matter. And either we've done that for our child or we haven't. It's as simple as that.
I've always been a planner. Since I've been a young person, I was always a planner, planning for the future. When I retired, when I was married, I was planning for the future of our retirement together. And now that I have a kid with a disability, I'm planning for the future of him as well. So I'm telling you some of the things that I'm working on so that it might give you some inspiration for things that you might be able to do. There's no one size fits all. I'm really looking for a diversity approach. So I have a first party trust for my son set up. It's not something that I was part of other than we selected the trustee. My son was part of a lawsuit and he received a settlement. So the first party trust is set up and it's being appointed and managed by the court and through that whole process. But there are some facets of that we're able um, to put together in a way that makes sense for our families, my ex-wife and myself, our families. So we did that. The other thing I did is I created a third-party trust, which is what I manage, and that's the one that I'm able to do other investments. But one of the things I also did is I added my 21-year-old son to the account as an authorized trader so that he's able to access the account if something were to happen to me. He's able to make trades, and he's also shown an interest in stock investments, mutual fund investments, and option trading, and some of the things that I sort of do. And the third thing I'm doing is I'm including my niece, who is currently 17 years old, but has shown a great interest in investments. So I'm adding those two as the next generation onto this third-party trust that I've set up, so that they can have the ability to make trades and be involved and be part of that whole process to ensure the future of my son with a disability. So they're both on board with that, and I'm using this as an opportunity to train them, to work with them on the best kinds of investments to make in a special needs trust, and et cetera, et cetera. And I intend to get set up the accounting and all that kind of stuff so they have someone that they can call on that can help them prepare the tax returns that are going to become necessary as that trust continues to grow. And the other thing I have is an ABLE account. Now, I created an ABLE account for a couple reasons. One, it's a lot easier to deal with than a special needs trust. It gives you the ability to use those funds in lots of different areas, and it also provides a way for people who want to give cash gifts of smaller amounts, not life insurance proceeds, but like a couple thousand, couple hundred, birthday gifts, that kind of stuff, into a place that does not affect his ability to qualify for benefits. So one of the things that we are working on is one of the things that we've done is to give the link to his ABLE account for people to make donations into, and I can use those funds to buy golf lesson, tennis lessons, whatever he's into at the moment to do it. And I don't have to go through a trustee. I don't have to do that. It's just a lot easier than working with the trust. So I'm trying to expand the available things. And the reason I have a third party and a first party trust, other than the fact that there's a lawsuit, but I'm also instructing the next generation to use the proceeds of the first party trust first. And the reason I say that is the first party trust has a Medicaid or government benefit payback requirement. So at the end of my son's life, the state government is going to come in and try to recapture funds for money that they've used to distribute to him over the years. That could be a sizable amount. So we want to use that first, because if we can draw down those funds to where there's very little left, then it's not going to really impact my child's estate. Because a third-party trust does not have those kinds of considerations. So there is no Medicaid or government benefit payback requirement in a third-party trust. So trying to strategize over the various ways that we could grow his assets and his income in a way that does not affect his government benefits in a negative way. So I'm just sort of sharing with you some of the strategies that I've been working on and putting together. And I'm in the process right now of one that I have not seen anyone do that might be of interest to other people. I'm using some of my experience as a licensed real estate broker and an investor to sort of put together a way to provide income to my son when I'm gone, in a way that is not hurting his government benefits, in a way that can benefit me from a tax advantage. So I'll share with you a little bit later once I get a little bit better handle on how to present that to you. So with that, I'm going to leave you for the day, and I'll see you soon.